Alright everyone, the NASCAR Xfinity Series returns to Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum, for the first race of the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs. It's time to see who can get their first win and lock themselves into the next round, or who will start off with a slow start and need to gain points for the next two races. Let's get ready to go racing, here at Bristol.
Alrighty everybody, as you can see we got the Mac Tools Blackout Florida Racing Mustang on board here. It looks really good. Gonna go ahead and get our lap in, and then I need to adjust my headphones because we've got low audio. So I need to fix that. Ooh, Caulfield actually really good around that corner. We'll see how it does in this one. A little bit of brake, see if we can grab that corner. Ooh, Caulfield doesn't feel too bad. Feels pretty good. Compared to what we had at Richmond, much better car. A little tighter than I would like. But overall not too bad for one lap 12th. Yes, that is mucho better compared to what we have been doing. So we need to continue to work on that. That's nice. Alright, we're going to go ahead and double check what we got going on in here. Let's see, I want to take a look at my notes real quick. Yeah. I'm going to go up on the wedge just a tad there, just to get us to where we need to be. Did check all the other stuff. Everything else looks pretty good, but I think a little up on the wedge will help that rear end slide out just a tad bit more, which will help us out just a bit. Probably a little bit on the tighter side, so I think that should work. Alright, go and save that. But yeah, we got the matte black Matco Tools car here for Bristol, so let's go racing at the night race for the Xfinity Series.
It's time to put up or shut up. You made it here from the regular season. Now it's time to prove why you deserve to move on to the next round of the playoffs. It's time to go racing in the next NASCAR Xfinity Series here at Bristol.
Alright, let's see what we can do here. Now we are off. We got ourselves 38 laps of fuel, and we got 39 laps, so with a caution, we will not need to come down for fuel, but that's going to be interesting to see what the tires do. Okay, car feels a little bit tighter. Might need it to have gone down the wedge just a bit. But we'll see how the car wears in. It feels pretty decent, a lot better than I have had at a few other times where the car's just super tight on the bottom. The car's still a little bit on the tighter side than I would like, but it's still fast. Bristol, one of my favorite tracks here. A little bit of brake there. Should have changed my brake bias actually. I hear the tires kind of squealing a little bit as we're getting in, so should have balanced out my brakes a little bit better for this. Just so they're not totally squealing in the corners, which does help out a little bit. Yeah, a little bit too much brake bias in the front, I think. Should have balanced that out. Trying to get past the 11 here. Let's see, do we have who we're racing around in the championship? Yep, we got Brandon Jones, we got Justin Hayden, Justin Allgaier. Those guys currently locked into the playoffs here. Ooh, I didn't check who was actually in the playoff grid. We'll have to do that before we head on to the next race weekend, which of course will be the following week. Ooh, get around. Got Jamie Clements. Ooh, he's got into him just a little bit. Started going around. Right, moved up to 7th here. You see that right front getting chewed apart. Yeah, so we're still a little bit on the tighter side than I would like to be. So you can tell that by when the front tire's getting eaten alive, unfortunately. And this is unfortunately one of those days where the front tire's just getting absolutely chewed apart because the rear of the car's not sliding around as much as I would like. Oh, into the wall. Yep, damage. Small damage. Alright, so if we get a caution, we'll definitely need to come down for adjustments. We'll go ahead and do tires as well. More than likely. I would expect if we get a caution, everybody to at least pit for fuel, just to make sure they can make it. But it's going to be really tight for everybody, myself included. Getting just an Allgaier underneath me there. Trying to get me loose. Hitting the brakes to try and... Yeah, so the car's not nearly as loose as I wanted it to be, so it's a little bit on the tight side, getting a little bit tighter. And we got our guy drifting up to the wall with us here. Fighting with these guys here, a little bit of beating and banging. Not sure why the 08's up here. Ooh, we got a wreck in front of us. That's going to bring out a caution. Everybody is going to pit. So we're going to go ahead, come down, make sure we grab a little fuel. We're going to fix our damage. We'll take all the tires. We're going to go back down on the wedge here. I'm going to double check my notes real quick. Yeah, we're going to go down on the wedge. I think that might help us out with how the car's driving this time, actually. Bristol's a little bit funny how that works. Alright, we lost 8 spots, but we got fresh tires, and we have enough fuel to make it to the end of the race. And we did a little adjustment on the car, so we'll see what that does. Car doesn't feel too bad. Everybody going to be nice and tight. Going to try and squeak our way to the bottom if we can here. That's not going to work right now. Gotta wait for it. Got Josh Williams in front of me. Keep it, Josh. Everybody kind of stuck here, trying to take a 3-wide. Losing my way up to Cindric here. Everybody running the gloss paint schemes while I'm running the matte. Definitely a difference in how the cars appear. Sorry about that, Cindric. You kind of checked up with me from the 5 not really moving there. Alright, Cindric able to make a move on the top. Okay, yeah. As far as I can tell, car feels up to the wall. Car feels a little bit better. That I can actually make. Oh, good night. Where'd the 5 come from? Alright, we got Herps there underneath us. Excuse me, Mr. Sieg. Everybody beating and banging here. Alright, well, we're going to be back up to where we were. Justin Algar up there leading. How many laps we got? Alright. Just need to double check that. So we do have fresh tires. That's really going to help us. I'm not sure what everyone else done. If they came down to pit road, I would have taken fresh tires. Obviously, if I was all of them, but they might have just taken a quick splash of fuel to gain position, so not totally sure here. We'll try and get past the 11 here. We got 19. See who's around us. Brandon Jones. I did. Yeah, I got my revenge on you. You're fine. We're not going to try and wreck you again unless you do something else. That's annoying. We got Justin. Oh, Ross Chastain did not make it into the playoffs. Good night. How did he miss that? I thought he had some pretty good runs going on. Maybe he didn't win. I thought he had won one, though. Maybe not. Apparently not. Alright, we got Mike O'Nett up here, running strong. I think Gregson might be in this. I'm not totally sure. Here, get past Chastain there. I think we can make this work in time. Trying to make sure we let off throttle quite a bit. Relax. Car's not wanting to turn up there. Justin Haley's moving up. Looks like Hemrick's going to be a little bit on the slow side. We'll try and get them both. How about that? Yeah, no, Gregson's in this good. I thought he was. That'll be fun. Ooh, hit the wall there just a little bit. Alright, so no need to look at who's around us. We know who's up in front of us, and that's who we need to care about. Let's see. We'll find out how many laps we have here. Right now, how many we got? We got 15 laps remaining. Oh yeah, we can get this done. Bristol, absolutely love this place. A little bit more beating and banging than typical. Car started off really tight. Was still not, I don't know, there's I'm not sure how to replicate quite the setting that I'm looking for on the setup. Where the car is a little bit on the looser side, the way I can kind of arc the turn a little bit better with the rear end stepping out. Can't quite get that. I know I've done it before, but I can't seem to recreate it of late. So we'll have to keep working on that. But the car's definitely a lot faster than when we were up on the wedge, so that's helping us out a lot. Oh, excuse me. Oh, no. Sorry about that. So sorry. Got into Gregson there a little bit. He ended up losing underneath us. I did not mean to hit him. He was just coming up and I was coming back down at the same time. Did not mean to hit him that hard. I don't think we did, really, but just ended up when you're coming off that corner, if you do hit something, you can really lose it quite easy. It's really easy to hit it, come off and hit that apron there, really just totally lose it. Alright, now we up to our guy, let him know we're here, and we are going right on by him. I don't think any of these guys took tires. I think they skipped taking tires, which is really going to hurt them quite a bit here as we continue to go on. Now we're going through lap traffic. I've got fresh tires. Should not need to pit, I don't think, although that right front is looking a little bit on the precarious side. Quite a lot of heat in that front right tire. 9 laps remaining in this. Just don't need to make any mistakes around this lap traffic that would end up wrecking us. Nice and easy. 8 laps remaining. Alright, we do need to slow down because we are really eating into that right front tire there. So if we can just kind of ease around this place a little bit more, be a little bit gentle, because we are losing that right front tire really quick. And even though it's not that long of a lap, we're eating into that thing quite a bit, and I do not need a tire blowout with 1 lap to go. We just do not need that for the team. So I'm glad they put in so much work on the car, because the car feels really, really good. So I'm very appreciative for them putting in the work, because this car is driving really, really good. Had to make that little bit of adjustment on the pit stop to get the wedge, but the car feels really, really good here around Bristol. Not quite as light and loose as I would like it to feel, but ooh, almost hit the 4 there. But it definitely doesn't feel too bad. Oh, come on, give me the top, dude. You know that's where I'm running. Where are you going to go this time? Thank you for moving down. Thank you very much. Won't be able to do anything with it quite. Let's see what the 38 does here. He's going to go to the bottom. Good, thank you very much. Try and take this top as easy as we can, trying to save that right front tire there. I think we can make it, just have to be nice and gentle on it and not put a ton of heat into it. We got Earnhardt here. Not sure if he actually made it in or not. Well, as I said, we'll have to double check and see who's in, who's out. We're going to getting pinched here. Try not to roll up on Earnhardt there. Go. 2 laps remaining here at Bristol. We haven't really put that. Well, no, we put our guy kind of far back. He's trapped in traffic, so as long as we don't mess up, we are good. And we saved enough tire being nice and gentle on that, because we were losing that tire at a pretty frightening rate there. So kind of just taking it nice and easy. Yeah, there's the warning sign on the tire. So yeah, if we had kept going as hard as we were, we definitely would be on the close side of cooked on that tire. Alright, here we go. 1 lap. Oh! Okay, never mind. We don't have 1 lap to go. I thought we had 1 lap to go. Anyways, presented by Combustion Gamer Gear, we're going to burn it down here at Bristol. The Matco Tools Florida Racing Mustang. Beautiful looking car as always. In matte black. Yeah, we love you people. Ah, yeah. Absolutely love the Bristol fans. No doubt about that. Thank you everybody for coming out. Love ya. Alright, looking at the race results, we are the winner, which locks us into the next round of the playoffs, which is huge. If we can get some more points, that wouldn't hurt us either. We got Just Now Guy, Michael Annette, Justin Haley, Daniel Hemrick, Just Austin, Cedric, Jeremy Clements, Riley Herbst, Chase Briscoe, and Ross Chastain there. That's your top 10. No Gregson. Unfortunately fell way back, went 2 laps down. Nobody DNF though, but yeah, ended up hitting Gregson. He had to fix damage. So that's a pretty big bummer there. So that is unfortunate. And there you go, you see 1 race, and because of that incident there, no Gregson spinning out underneath us, he went all the way to 12th week. So here we go, we got the 12, so here we go. Us, Bearbersky, security locked into the next round. Harrison Burton, Austin Cindric, Justin Allgaier, Chase Briscoe, Riley Herbst, Justin Haley, Brandon Jones. Then we got Jeffrey Earnhardt, Ryan Sieg, Jesse Little, and Noah Gregson. So, who's going to get knocked out? Probably Jeffrey Earnhardt, Ryan Sieg, and Jesse Little, unfortunately. But we'll see. Jesse Little's had some really good runs at different tracks, so we'll have to watch and see how well he does. But our biggest competition there, probably Harrison Burton, Cindric, Allgaier, maybe Brandon Jones as well. So, be interesting to see how it goes. There we go, got the whole team out at Food City Victory Lane at Bristol. Whole team celebrating with us, super cool, got the confetti and everything. It looks awesome. And there we are, winning. Alright, taking a look at the facts of the race. The super clean lap of the race was Chase Briscoe there. The most laps led with Justin Allgaier before we took it away. On the move, Riley Herbst went from 35th to 8th, so he did a really good run it today. And the tough break, Nurkic went from 1st to 36th. That is a tough break. Sorry about that, buddy. But yeah, super clean lap of the race, Chase Briscoe. So anyways, guys, that is it for us today. We actually we actually showed you who's in the playoffs already, so that works out good. So anyways, that is it for us today. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys here next time with Florida Racing in NASCAR Heat 5. Bye-bye.